Hello and welcome to The Spiritual View. I'm Jennifer Halliburton with the Awakened Jenn Tarot. I'm a Soulful Revolution certified tarot reader, spiritual advisor, and healing and manifestation coach. And today we're going to be working with and learning about Archangel Michael. I'm going to be using a spread called Michael's Sword of Truth. And so we're going to be looking into a situation that you're dealing with right now that you're really needing some clarity for, because Archangel Michael is the archangel that we need to work with when we're looking for that deep clarity and wisdom. All right, so before we get started, I want us to take 3 deep breaths together and do the invocation to call in the spirit team. So if you'll close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths with me. All right, breathe in. That's 1. Breathe in. That's 2. Breathe in. That's 3. I now call in Archangel Michael to please enter this present space and time. I call upon Archangel Michael to place a bubble of protection around us. Only beings of the highest vibration of pure love and light may enter in. Only messages for our highest good and anything that we need to hear will come out in this reading today. So be it. All right. So let's see. So I have shared a little bit here to give you some information about Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael is for strength, protection, and clarity. So that's when you're going to want to call on him and work with him, when you're needing strength, protection, and clarity. So you hear me call him in at the beginning of every single one of my readings because I'm calling him in to place the bubble of protection around us. He's connected to the solar plexus and the throat chakra. So that is our personal power, but it's also our voice into this world. And then the color connected with him is blue, and the frequencies, if you're wanting to work with him, are 1111, 432, and 528. And 5 signs that Michael is near and trying to work with you or to get messages to you. So 1, you are receiving messages and downloads that are super clear and powerful. His energy just has this strength that comes with it. And it's just, once you realize that that's what you're connecting with, it's hard to, ever not recognize it when it shows up again. You could be seeing a lot of signs and synchronicity. So you could be seeing a lot of feathers, pennies, 1111. You could be seeing a lot of blue and purple everywhere you go. There's just like you're being surrounded with the energy of blue and purple that represents Archangel Michael is close. You could be running into a lot of people named Michael. So that is, that is showing that his presence is very near when you've got a lot of Michaels just showing up, and because that's one of the synchronicities as well. And then you also just have feelings of peace, safety, and protection. You just kind of feel like that you are being protected. You feel that there's just a level of peace that comes with his presence when it shows up. All right, so let's see. Come back. All right, so I'm going to pull, well, I already did pull from my Archangel Oracle book. We've got the Michael card in this deck. So you can see just based off of, let me pull this back up. And so you can see that different people view Michael in different kinds of ways, but he does have this power to him, this strength about him. And then he has his sword of truth that he carries with him as well. So let me put this back. Okay. So Archangel Michael. You are experiencing spiritual upgrades. Move forward. Michael, he who is like God, is considered to be the Prince of Light, the chief of the angelic realm. He is a powerful force who has been venerated as a saint and is known as the protector of those working in services. such as the police, the special forces, the fire brigade. The divine counterpart of faith, he is the angel of justice alongside Raguel and Zedekiel, and comes to everyone who wants to make a difference here on earth. Often portrayed carrying a sword or a spear, Michael is also the presence that we can invoke whenever we are feeling fearful or constrained. He will cut through the ties of fear and liberate us. So, the message of this card: all the roadblocks you have been facing are tumbling down. Angels are giving you the go ahead. Now is the time. Move forward in the knowledge that the divine is opening the way to experiences, opportunities, and connections that will help you live with purpose and live on purpose. With all that's happening, it's important to stay rooted in your spiritual practice and connection with the divine, because the loving presence is the reason you are who you are today. In the speed of it all, take time to pause, reflect, and be grateful for wherever you are today. This energy of acceleration will not only catapult you into opportunities and experiences that will carry you towards success and achievement, but also take you beyond some of the people and places you once felt at home with. There's a good chance that some people will feel left behind or unseen, so be aware that they will require tenderness and consideration. The ultimate key to growth is never to forget who you really are and where you have come from as you go further and reach higher. And so I do think that Archangel Michael is helping you to accomplish, to reach your dreams, to really bring in your manifestations. He's working with you for the spiritual acceleration. Things are leveling up. All right, so I'm going to pull with the angel guide as well and just see what messages come out from here. So, what angel messages do we have at this time from Archangel Michael? Guidance for our path at this time. All right. Messages from Michael. We have ask and receive. Ask and receive. So you have not because you ask not. Ask and receive. Oops, wrong one. Ask and you shall receive. Your angel guide wants you to know that help is available. You are being encouraged to shift your perceptions and recognize that even the most difficult of circumstances, a miracle is possible. Whatever miracle you need, it is available to you now. Your angel guide is encouraging you to recognize that you may have been blocking support by saying no to the things that you wanted to say yes to, and asking you to change that now. When you begin to say yes to the experiences that light you up, you usher in increased levels of support into your life. You may feel that your prayers aren't being heard, but that just isn't true. Angels have heard you and are suggesting that you take time to assess where your work or relationships, you may be creating barriers to success. When you are open to seeing and doing things differently, you will experience the answers and miracles that you need. You are being encouraged to pray from a space of gratitude now. When you focus on what you are grateful for, you align your energy with the miraculous. Heaven is encouraging you to welcome support in all areas of your life. And so you do have to ask for that guidance and ask for the protection. So you do hear me actually call in and ask for Archangel Michael to place that protection around us. And that's something that I do encourage you to do whenever you're going out, just even in like really busy spaces. So you're going into like a mall or to the grocery store, even where you have all of this energy coming at you. I would do that. I would, before you even go in, call in Archangel Michael to place a bubble of protection around you. Only beings of the highest vibration of pure love and light may enter in. And then you go into that place and you watch who actually shows up into your awareness, because at that point you've kind of blocked out all of the negativity. And so even if it does show up, you're quick to recognize it and to shoo it right back out of your awareness. But I think that you're more going to find that because you called in only beings of the highest vibration of love and light, you're going to start meeting and running into a lot of other high vibrational beings, humans. And so that's one of the reasons why I encourage you to just really get into that practice, because the asking, they can't step in until we have actually asked, because it's a universe of free will. So that's the guidance here, is that you do have to actually ask for the things that you're wanting. So if you're wanting the clarity, then let's ask for it. It's 111 on the clock. If you're wanting protection, ask for it. If you're needing, strength just to get through a difficult time, ask for it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start pulling with the tarot. So this is the Sword of Truth, Michael's Sword of Truth spread. And let's add. Okay. And so I want you to take some time right now to think about something that is heavy on your mind and you're the most confused about. It's the thing that you need the most clarity for at this time. So that's the thing that we're going to be asking about. So we'll just all take a few minutes and I'll let you get that question in mind. Because we're going to go to Archangel Michael to give us his truth and his guidance for this situation that we're asking about. So what's the thing that you need the most clarity about right now? Okay. All right. So go ahead and shuffle. Only messages for our highest good. Whoa. Try that again. What messages does Michael have for us of the situation that we are asking about? And it's going to be different for each person that is asking, but I am asking that Michael will be with each and every one of the people watching this and help them to determine and interpret the cards that come out to their own personal situations as well. Help me to know the right word and phrases in order to help communicate it as clearly as possible too. All right. All right. So I'm just going to pull the cards randomly. All right. So the first card is what is hidden. I'm not going to turn them around until I get them all out. The second card is where am I in fear or ego? The third card, what are my strengths? The fourth card, what changes should I make? And then the fifth card, how will those changes help my life? All right. So let's put this together. Sure you can see as much of it as possible. All right, so the first card is what is hidden. And so think about the question that you had. So see, think about my own question again. So what is hidden at this time? We have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords, this is the logic. This is the leading with logic. So I think that maybe that's the thing that we haven't been doing right now, is really following the law. What am I getting? I think this is actually being too logical. I think it's being too logical, too analytical, too in your head. You're looking at this situation from it's more from a fear perspective, fear of what might not happen, fear of being misled. I think that that's a big part of this card is you're trying to be super wise. You're trying to be very wise about this decision. You don't want to be had. You don't want to be taken advantage of. And so I think that that's part of the block that I'm feeling is because you're just being so just like the emotions are out of this. The emotions are completely out of this decision. You aren't even trying to see what does your heart want about it. You are just looking literally just logically at this with almost like this fine-tooth comb, trying to find every like it's just this complete inspection of just almost like you're almost trying to find why it doesn't work. You're almost trying to find the reason why you don't get it, why it doesn't work out. Like you're almost the self-fulfilling prophecy of this because you're not trusting your heart. You're not even connecting to your heart at all with this. You're just staying strictly up in your head and just that very analytical place. Okay. So the part that's hidden is that you haven't connected with your emotions at all, that you're staying just very stuck in your head. All right. So where am I in fear or ego in this situation? Where are we in fear or ego in this situation? We have the 7 of Cups. So this is about perfectionitis. So that does come back in, tie in with this for me as well. So the biggest message of this card, the 7 of Cups, is it's thinking that there's one correct way to get to where you're trying to get to. That there's only one correct path, that it's got to show up in a certain way, it's got to look a certain way, or else it's not right. This is just, it's fear of it. Like that's what's holding you back. It's fear of even making the decision, fear of doing anything because you're afraid that if you take this step, that there's going to have this negative consequence, or if you take this step, it's going to have this negative consequence. And so you're not making any decisions right now. It's got you really, really analysis paralysis, but it's about that perfectionism. It's about thinking that there is only one correct way for something to happen. All right, so that is the block. What is your strength at this time? What is our strength? We have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is that childlike enthusiasm. It's finding that renewed joy, that inspiration. It's going off on things, doing things just because they're fun. So I think that you are getting better about just having more fun in your life, bringing more fun into your life, not taking things so seriously, having just a lighter energy. I think that you have, like with the Page of Wands, it's childish, but it's fun. It's like in this fun, it's almost like a naivety is what I'm getting with that. It's just like, so maybe you're not looking at this right here so much about what could go wrong, but you just don't, there's so many possibilities in front of you that you just don't know which one is the best choice for you. Like what I'm getting, at this moment, like all the possibilities are good possibilities, right? But you're afraid if I choose this, what if this one was the better possibility? Like that's the thing that I think you're most afraid of, not picking the best. And because I think that you've got a lot of positive possibilities in front of you. And so like that's what I'm seeing with the Page of Wands, is you don't seem too stressed. It's still very lighthearted energy. So maybe the possibilities that are presented in front of you, they're not bad, but like, okay, if I take this path, this could be my payoff. If I take this path, it could be even double that payoff. If I take this path, it could be even triple that payoff. But there's also the possibility that you go on these paths and you don't get anything out of these paths, right? So like, or it could take a very long time to get to those. So you're trying to weigh out all of those options. And that comes back to this energy, just really trying to think through all of the options very logically. And that is what is slowing you down. It's what's actually halted you completely with this energy. You're not even moving. You're not even making a decision. Okay. So what changes should you make? We have the sun. So the sun is about joy and expansion. I feel like that this is about the gratitude. It's about opening yourself up. I think it's really, we're going even more into this. This is like the even fuller part of this energy right here. It's just this complete fullness of that energy. We're going towards brighter days. And I think that that's the thing. You need to take the actions that most light you up. So when you don't know which way you need to choose, like when you're stuck in this energy right here of not knowing which way to choose, which are the things light you up the most? What do you feel the most excited about doing at this time? That's the thing that you're going to move with. You're not going to worry about how's it going to pay off for me at the end. You're going to be thinking it through about how does this feel? So like if your question is a connection to another person, like if it's about because I can see that being a very common, most confusing thing that you're dealing with is what's going on with another person. So I feel like that this comes back to that doing the things that you're feeling called to do, which was from my reading, my twin flame reading last week, doing the things that you're feeling guided to do. Like it is taking the inspired action, really paying attention to the messages, to the guidance. So and this is in relation to anybody's question on this as to how to get you to the thing that you're wanting, is you're needing to pay attention to the guidance that is coming into you. Because with this card right here, I mean, like that's what I see from this card. It's just like, bam, just you have, all of the knowledge of the universe just opened up to you. I see this as downloads and just expansion all over. And I think that you are being given the guidance, and you just need to trust the things that light you up, the things that expand you, the things that excite you. Go towards that path. Okay. How will those changes help our situation? So we have the Three of Wands. So that is, that's going to help bring our ships in. This is about waiting for your ships to come in. So maybe it doesn't help really make things move quicker, but it does help to make sure that it is going to happen. This helps to change our expectations too, because as we are looking at, because we're not doing it for the same reasons. We're doing it for different reasons. We're coming at it from a different place. We're not just coming at it from this analytical place right here. We're not just coming at what makes the most logical sense. We're looking at it as what is the thing that's actually lighting us up? What's the thing that actually brings us the most joy and expansion? That's the different energy that you're getting out of this. Is that you're getting out of this just stuck in your head. You're actually going to be taking action. And I think that that's what's kind of got you here in this space of now you're in a different holding pattern that's different from this one. This one doesn't know which way to go. This one does know, like, they're just waiting for it to get here now. All right. So what is your best move forward at this time in this situation? We have Death and Rebirth, the Page of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. So there's a lot of pages out here. We've got 3 pages out here. We've got the Page of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. So the one that's missing is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is like the apology. So if that's something that you were questioning about, the reconnection of some sort or apology of some sort, that's the page that's missing right now. So we do have a lot of childish energy here with 3 pages out. So there may need to be some maturation that's happening in this situation. Maybe it's just, it needs time to mature. we have with the death and rebirth, that's a Scorpio energy. So there does need to be a complete transformation in this situation. Things do need to change. And with the Page of Swords, this means you need to be open to learning new ways of doing things, which comes back to this energy. Both of these comes back to both of these cards right here about thinking that there is only one way to do something, one correct way to do something, being too much in your head. So you need to be more open-minded and be open to learning that there are different ways. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is manifesting in a new opportunity, but it's allowing yourself to be a beginner and to also trusting that you do have enough. You have been prepared enough to take this new beginning, to go after this new beginning. You have enough skills. You may not be the master yet, but you have what it takes to at least go on this path. All right. Is there any other questions I have about this? Let me use my yes and no, when and how. All right. So will we get the outcome that we are wanting in this situation? Are we going to get the outcome that we're wanting in this situation? Are we getting the outcome we want? We have yes. There will be a wave of serenity, full of joy and charm. An unexpected chain of events tumbles over you. You are forced to open up more than you usually do and simply trust in your instincts. Peacefully accept yourself as infallible, and everything will happen as it should. So, yes, you will get a positive resolution to the situation that you are asking about. Just remain faithful. See, there's two parts to these cards. So the second part is the when and how. So when do we expect this favorable resolution to the situation? Okay. A stunning, successful completion of the situation brings positive changes into your life after 6 to 8 months. These changes will include a pleasant beginning, stable results, and grandiose plans. Focus on the positive, and you can never lose. So 6 to 8 months is quite a bit off still, but you do get positive resolution to the situation. So about 6 months from now puts us to the end of the year, the beginning of the next year. So that's your timing for this potentially, coming together for you. All right, so I'm going to close this out by pulling from the Art of Manifestation Oracle. So what can we do right now to help bring our manifestations in, which this is our manifestation. So what are we wanting to bring in? I mean, what can we do to help bring it in? All right. Release the past. Release the past. Let me put this down. Releasing the past does not mean that we forget, nor does it mean that if something bad happens, that it was okay. It means that we make a personal choice to no longer allow our history to dictate and shape our life, both now and in our present and in our future. So release the past. This is a 45 card, which is 9, which means that you're almost there. You're almost there. So this is the thing that may be the reason why you're not able to have the thing yet. And especially if the thing that you're looking for is another connection, is with another connection. You may have something blocking this connection from being able to come in. But no matter what your question was, there's something from your past. There's something that you're holding on to. It could be a belief system. It could be a person. It could be a job. It could be anything from your past. That is holding you back from being able to fully manifest in this situation that we've been asking about. And so, like I said, everybody's situation is going to be different. So you're going to know what is the thing that you're still holding on to that's blocking you from this thing that you're trying to bring in, the thing that we were asking for the clarity for. And so I think that it's because we're seeking so hard for clarity, we're not trusting it when it's coming into us, that like we're getting the guidance and then we're dismissing the guidance. But it could be because of whatever this block is that's in the place right now. And I just feel the most certain that that's a belief system that's still hanging on, just basing it back with the energy of this card right here. Is that this is just, I mean, the reason why you would be so panicked, to even make a decision is because of past experiences of making decisions and things not going the way that you had hoped that they would. And so like, it's almost like a catastrophizing that I'm getting from that, just as you just sit there. No, I want to do the right thing. I want to do the right thing. And like I said, I do think that you have a lot of positive options around you too. I think that these options are positive, but some of them are going to pay off more than the others. And so it's like, I don't want to settle. I don't want to settle. So like, I think you're looking at the thing that you're wanting, and that's one of your possibilities. And you're afraid that if you don't, well, I mean, you could even be afraid that that thing is you settling. You could even be afraid of that. You could be afraid just completely of making any decisions right now at all. All right. So I'm going to close it out there. If you have found value in this, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. You can hit the bell for notifications and it will let you know every time we post a new video. We do post daily videos. And so it's a different reader each day of the week. I will be doing every Tuesdays. And I will typically do the angel messages, but I will still come in and do the Twin Flame Tuesdays. I just haven't figured out exactly what my schedule is going to look like for that yet. But I will show up each Tuesday. We have Sari on Sunday, Marsha on Monday, me on Tuesday, Elizabeth Wednesday, Angie Thursday, Dawn Friday, and Wendy Saturday. So we've got every day of the week is now covered. And so you'll start seeing those rolling out this week. And then we also still do our monthly collab. So our next one is going to be July 19th, and we are planning to do it over the full moon rituals, because we did have some massive full moon energy dealing with that full moon in Capricorn last month that we're getting that second chance at this month. So we want to give you the right tools and materials and information to help you work your way through that. And then we also have added in a couple of live session days. So on Mondays and Fridays, you can join us live. And so on Mondays, we're getting together at 10 a.m. Eastern. And it's just a time of connection. So the goal of those is for you to really interact with us. And so we will be pulling cards. We'll be today, we did it for Motivational Monday today, which I know it's Tuesday when this is posting, but Elizabeth was doing numerology, and so it was really interesting. And then we did pull cards at the end. So that's something we want to get to doing more of with you. We want to be able to interact with you. So Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern and Fridays at 5 p.m. Eastern. We'll have our live sessions where you can actually interact with us. All right. So I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.